Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing good. Today we're going to play Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. I've heard a lot about this game. Um, I've heard good things so far, but I'm really curious as to how it plays out. I'm not sure how long it is, but I'm assuming not too long, probably just a couple of hours. Usually visual novels aren't that long. Hopefully everything can be heard. Before we get started, what shall we call you? Um, guess just cosmic is fine. Cough, cough, cough. Well, you wake up on the beach soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Did I get COVID? Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute or can I go on? What? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Who? We're in the ocean now? An eternity, if you catch my drift. Very suspicious. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Cosmic. May I continue? Please go on. Okay then, as I was. Cough, cough. As I was saying, well, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh wow. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who's behind this incredibly charming and well spoken voice in your head? Wow. However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Huh. Should I run, close my eyes, or dig up that face? Why would I dig up the face, though? Hmm. I don't necessarily want to run. Did I dig up the face? Maybe. Alright, curiosity is gonna get me. You brush the sand away from the half buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Is that a coin? Or a pendant? There's no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Excuse me? That's an interesting coin. You're examining the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, I suppose, and so you deposit it. Is this even worth anything? Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Um, why though? And spend it on what? You know what? I'm gonna keep it. No, thank you. No, thanks. Look, I'm gonna level with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth, right? Could you just give it back? What? I found it though. This sounds sus. I think I'm gonna go with no. Push. Be that way then. Exactly. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. A volleyball. I love playing volleyball though. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? Oh, it's the huntress. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Oh, well, she's pretty. Her mask is still bloody, and that's suspicious. Aw, well, still have spikes coming out of your body. They're all here playing volleyball with bloody hands and a mask. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. What does that even mean? How would that happen? Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. These gorgeous serial killers. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. What do you do? Do I toss it back, kick it back, say no thanks, or say nothing, do nothing? Huh. I'm not gonna kick it back because it's a volleyball. Hello. Say no thanks? No, I'll just toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Oh, she's glowing. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Geez. Try hard much? Bleh. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're in trance. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Oh, now suddenly we know it's a private beach? I just woke up here. I don't know anything. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way. And nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Cosmic. You were made for this. Don't talk to me, Ocean. Well, geez, if the spooky Ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. I apparently have nothing better to do. It seems as if you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. Hey, don't call me names. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a little more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? I don't know. I woke up here. You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Deep sigh. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? Hold up, Trapper. I think we got off on the wrong foot. You know you can't. At least not yet. Hey. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Cosmic, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Are you gonna quiz me? This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. I hate timed quizzes. I'm not ready for this. Alright, fine. Fine, fine, fine. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Not at all. I've never thought of myself as attractive. Whoa, watch it. That's bullshit. You're beautiful, you hear me? Yeah, yeah. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Huh. Invisibility, flight, super strength. I think invisibility. Same, although sometimes I think I already am. Aw. What was your best subject in school? It was art, but that's not here. Math, history, skipping class. I didn't really skip class. I would say history. History? Nice. It's important to know that what came before us. Wait. Nice. It's important to know what came before so that we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. What's your favorite animal? It's actually penguins, but I do prefer cats over dogs or mustelids. Definitely a cat. Hmm. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically, black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? Blue blood red or a 3-day-old corpse? Um, It's actually purple, but I'm gonna go with blue here. Blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. How does that make people want to be lazy? What's your dream job? Astronaut? Nightclub promoter? Not working at all. Well, technically not working at all, but you put astronaut, so I'm just gonna go with that. It'd be pretty amazing to be an astronaut, I think. Yes, it would. It's hard to imagine being farther away from anyone than floating in space. The cold, inky vastness of nothing forever. Best flavor of ice cream. Vanilla, chocolate, or horseflesh? Wow. I can't say I've ever tried horseflesh, and I think I'd prefer vanilla over chocolate, so I'm gonna go with vanilla. My favorite flavor is pain. Well, good for you, Trapper. I'm not surprised. Same. Same here. Uh, Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. Okay. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Uh, Mint chip if I want to stay alive. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. Whatever. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I'm pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering. And society is as carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Geez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Jeez, grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead and I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Well, for once, I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Ooh, I like the nighttime. The bar, the beach, which we were already at, volleyball court, or oh, I'll go with the nighttime patio. Oh, that's the yacht. How about the yacht? Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment. At least I hope you do. Guess we'll find out. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day, regardless. Excuse me? Hold on for just one moment. Oh, it's Claudette and Dwight. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderous Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Ahem, survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with the nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we would recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible. And don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this. Dwight. Yes, pardon me, please follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no, 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 no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off we go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them, not like that other island. So, what'll it be? Um, I just want the nighttime atmosphere. I'm gonna go with that. Crapper is very pleased with your choice. Not just because he owns this boat either. Clearly, you understand the importance of appreciating the finer things in life. Unfortunately, though, this means these uncouth heathens are now wait. Unfortunately, though, this means these uncouth heathens are on now on my beautiful boat. That is a mistype. I'll make sure to help wash. I'll make sure to help wash it as soon as they leave. Not exactly a genial host, but what he said isn't even the worst thing about his comments. It's that he made them in front of everyone else. loudly. They're used to it at this point though, so it's time to get to the good stuff, eating. As a guest of honor, you can choose the appetizer. Here's a menu. What do you want served? You can't choose beef carpaccio, veggie hummus platter, something in, is that French? Um, I like beef, whatever carpaccio is. I think I'll go with that. Raw, simple, tasty. I don't want raw beef. Maybe even a little risky. It's beef carpaccio all the way for me. And I'm sure a group with such particular tastes will all surely love it. Great choice, it's my favorite. Sometimes it's too cold to start a fire, so you eat what you can, how you can. Girl, it's not just meat, but raw meat? Will you be wearing a fur coat throughout the meal, too? No, it's far too warm for that, but maybe some fun little slippers. The survivors arrive with trays of food as everyone stands around and makes conversation. Enjoy. Please, for our sake. They catch Trapper glaring at them for daring to speak directly to you, but Dwight pushes on anyway. Can we get you anything else? Thank them, get rid of them. I will thank them. I'm all set, but thanks for great service. I mean it. Fantastic. Wow, no one ever thanks us for anything. Thank you. Aw. I'll thank you kindly for never speaking out loud to my guests without being spoken to first. Now scram. Now that the help is gone, the killers. Killers is a bit harsh. They haven't killed anyone today, anyhow. Should we call them suitors or something? I don't know. That lacks a bit of punch. I'm sticking with killers. The killers have begun to hover around you. They each seem to be waiting for a moment alone with you. Hmm. Except Wraith, he seems to be studying the corner of the room, deftly avoiding any engagement with you at all costs. Who will you allow to steal you away for a quick second? Wow, we have to choose one of them. Um, I do not want to talk to Trapper. Um, I think she has the most sense so far. You look between Huntress and Trapper and catch Spirit's eye. She's glowering at you. Once she has seen you, she locks on and floats over without looking away once. Tell me the truth, and I'll know if you're lying. You only chose this yacht so you could get a better look at it, because you're already planning how to sabotage it. Right? Not quite. Trust me, just go with it. Uh, of course you are. These big dumb boats are so obscene. They're nothing but floating tributes to the wasteful megalomania of the uber wealthy. This pleasure barge belongs on the bottom of the ocean, but not before the obnoxious elites who believe this kind of lifestyle is righteous are. Wait. But not before the obnoxious elites who believe this kind of lifestyle is righteous are chained up inside of it. Excellent idea to punish them for their excesses. We'll watch as their screams bubble up from their watery grave. Jeez. Congratulations on getting the full spirit experience so quickly. Or condolences, either or. Everyone, put down your appetizers. I'm bored, and on my yacht, that's unacceptable. Declan. Yes. Oh, because Claudette and Dwight. Declan. Prepare a libation. Something that will impress our new guests. By the looks of them, shouldn't take much. Carla, make sure we've got both boozy and non alcoholic versions available. Nobody has to drink if they don't want to. I'm a killer, not an asshole. Declan? Carla? I thought their names were Dwight and Claudette. How the hell are Dwight? Who the hell are Dwight and Claudette? Hey, Daryl and Christina. You know those two? Maybe they work on that other island. You, Cosmic, ready your mouth. What? Excuse you, sir. Back up. Wow, this guy really knows how to sell a drink. While undoubtedly crass, he does have a point. A minigame is incoming, and the success or failure of your quest may very well depend on the readiness of your sigh mouth hole. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Mini games consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the space bar to stop the pointer. Well, press the space bar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Um, sure, I'm ready. Away we go. The party never stops. Shots, shots, shots. Oh my god. That did not go. You missed completely. I did miss completely. That was terrible. Oh, that was it? Perfect. Why is it going so fast? Almost. You missed completely. Oh my gosh. No, not bad. It's going so quickly. Nope. You missed completely. You just poured shots all over the floor of my boat. You're lucky I have this thing detailed every night, regardless of if it's covered in blood or not. So you completely missed. So what? It's a tropical vacation, not a frat house. Who would have expected this kind of lame activity on a luxury yacht? Overwhelmed by the afternoon's activity, you feel yourself spinning out of control. Was it the drinks, the pressure to perform, the rocking of the ship? Smartly, you pound a pitcher of water before everyone goes dark around you. And it turns out a quick nap was just what you needed. Interesting. When you come to, Dwight and Claudette are somehow already back on shore, waving at the boat. I'm pretty sure that means it's time to head back and leave this yacht behind. What a shame to Trapper planned to serve live monkey brains as an entree. No, thank you. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there is very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. No. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to, wait, even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Well, he can sit by himself. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith and Trickster. Oh, this dude. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir. That was corny. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Cosmic, real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this, so we can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Hey Cosmic, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours, and we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's a perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood. Ugh. You two are your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obvs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight or talk or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to the second death. Hey, Cosmic, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate it for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. I gotta play a mini game to carve up this person. Mini games consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Away we go. Slice. Okay, let's... Oh, almost. You missed completely. You don't say. There we go. Almost. Damn it. That was the complete opposite direction. It's okay, at least you tried. A little. Sometimes trying a little takes a lot of effort. What the hell was that? You ruined dinner. Your swinging was so poorly aimed, you hacked it to pieces. The bad kind of pieces, too. I hope you're drunk. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Cosmic. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Uh, this is gross. I'm sorry, or look at that seagull. How would distracting them play out? I don't. I mean, should I just tell them this is gross? I don't see the point in saying I'm sorry. Um, I'm gonna distract them. Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Cosmic. Pretty lame. Own who you are, never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did, poor thing. I've no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull. Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear, you're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully, you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Wait, many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For those place for this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth, the ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious, I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Was that a threat? You wake up to find Huntress holding her limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Oh, good, you're okay. Sometimes when I try and care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Which would be a total bummer if that happened to you. It's been so long since I had a normal, happy, healthy living person around. Usually I'm just falling into the same old routine of smashing everyone's heads open with their hatchet before I really get to know who they are as a person. Well, thank you for not hitting me over the head. But you're not nearly as scared or too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. You feel nervous in her arms, not just because they're maybe crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was just gonna narrate that fact, not say it out loud as a single word like some creep. Don't call me a creep. Beautiful mask. Your bunny mask. It's quite gorgeous. Nice recovery, but now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is it that you kill people? Huntress sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes. But she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like her line of questioning has made her a little nervous. Hey, you didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky, but her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. Am I gonna eat the human jerky? Uh, I suppose at this point it's better than passing out, so I think I am going to accept. When on Murderous Island, you might as well eat as the killers do. Plus, you really are hungry, and you can chow down on jerky sensually, right? Why? Why? I'd love some. After a moment of quiet chewing on what you choose to believe is not human thigh meat, you decide to be bold and ask another question. Have you ever been in a relationship before? Dang, you're really going there? You do not play around, Cosmic. Huntress takes a moment to think deeply about answering. I must say, it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get all twisted up with these personal questions. Kudos to you, Cosmic. There was this one deer that looked at me quite provocatively in a clearing once, but that doesn't count, does it? Um, it does not count. You hear the faintest giggles bubble out from behind Huntress's mask. Ha ha ha, you're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. Whoa, what's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip, probably left by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago, who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. And of course not the jerky I just ate, right? Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Oh, come on, Huntress. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. Should you go with the flow or show off some of your knowledge of advanced humaning? Do I know any advanced humaning? Go with the flow or show her. I'll show her a thing or two. You silly goose. You chuckle before reaching for the bag of jerky. You take the barrette off and collect a lock of Huntress's hair, clipping it back into an attractive swoop. Much better. Huntress is so happy that you taught her something new about human trinkets. She touches the clip in her hair with a shy smile. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on the strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute wait, Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry. Hasn't been sticking to the you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share this special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative heavy experience. You're telling us that the only one you're telling us that only one person gets to share. How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick up on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and mess. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so. Cosmic, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Who do I want a story from? Hmm. I already talked to Spirit. I was already on Trapper's yacht. I think I'm gonna go with Wraith. I choose you, Wraith. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye socket. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is the tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder the stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they had nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. Wow. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. "What did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars." The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. "Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are?" I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose ends, or actually, you do." "No," the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. "Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls." The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl on the older man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, its stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and its sniveling, crying wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, farther piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room, until offer effusive praise, ask about the story, make a joke. How about we ask about the story? That poor young man, I wonder what happened to him. Oh yeah, we may never know. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's okay. I can't tell, but I think Wraith just smiled. Sorry, it's just weird to see him do it. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Jeez. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? Yes and no. He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want to hear something from a big fish like me. But I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. What? Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Wraith approaches you. Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression, I guess that's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, then, look, the others aren't around. And I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool and, like, I don't know, whatever. You know? What? A dip in the pool with the Wraith? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? You mean the one you just told like a minute ago? Yeah. Yes. Did you what did you think of the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? He's not weird. He's weird, or I would forgive him. Um, I feel like he's looking for some sense of validation. He's not weird. He's weird. I would forgive him. Um, I think I would go with I would forgive him. I would forgive him. What happened to him would make anyone snap. And who knows what happened in his past to lead him to that point. He was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted, was to be good. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? Yes, no, or yes and no? Um, I feel like yes and no is a good answer. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, but relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like that young man. I think we all have a little of him inside of us. Wraith giggles, not in a gross way, like you're thinking, but a very silly one. I assume he's imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around in his own belly because that's just who he is. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in this water now, or is it just me? I feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any Cube talk. Not since I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. The story you told us 2 minutes ago? Exactly, the one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were about to make things awkward when we barge in, but obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari themed resort uniforms, you just know those two rage late into the night. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Wraith's story about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil, and what if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. Hmm. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Another minigame? Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there is no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? Ready, here we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Oh, so we're picking a song. Hmm. Let's see what's on this station. Listen more or turn it off. I don't mind this station. Alright, let's see. Let's see what's on this station. Ooh, metal. Hmm. Hmm. I think I'd rather something more energetic. This ain't bad. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Um, hmm, maybe, maybe Huntress. Huntress, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. Is that tea? If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy. Except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. Wow. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now, you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Had a good time on the private yacht today, huh? That comforting, rocking sensation? That was all me. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Ocean. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. When you wake up, you find Spirit sitting beside you, reading a worn paperback. Oh, hey, what? Shh, shh. Clearly, she noticed that you're awake, but she hasn't actually looked at you. Seemed like she's pretty focused on that book. Shh. It seems like forever as she stares at the page before finally shutting the book and setting it down. Oh, you're awake. Yeah, Never mind. I saw you at the Huntress right before bedtime. I wouldn't tell you how to live your life, but if you ask me, you could do a lot better. It's completely by accident I even saw them over here. It's not like I was looking out for you or anything. This was simply the best reading light, and the text in my book is very, very fine print, so it's tough to read in the dark. Don't get the wrong idea. You and I are obviously mind our own business types. Not phony look out for each other as an excuse for just being nosy types. Okay. But well, since you're here and I'm here, maybe we've got other things in common. Who knows? If we spent a little bit more time together tomorrow, we might find that. I don't know. We get along? And by get along, I mean exist simply and comfortably without feeling any burning desire to assassinate the other person. Or not, whatever, I don't even care. Bye. Good night and sweet dreams to you too, I guess. Finally alone, for real this time, maybe, you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully, you're not poisoned. I hope not. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't. Oh, geez, it's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all of the contestants talk directly to camera. I think today really went well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of a newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do? Okay, Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill and Trapper? Oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. If I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living, for now. One false step and haha. Well, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around to capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I am still alive.